In September 2020, a massive leak happened at Nintendo and gave us access to content that we were never meant to see. Around 2 terabytes worth of content was uncovered from this leak. Now, I do not want to get too in-depth about the September 2020 leak since there is a lot to talk about, so I'm going to look at a pretty small portion of that Giga leak. This small PDF file has a lot to show for the development of the Wii, including the Mii channel, nationalities, icons, early designs, file names, including some comments left by the developers. For characters that only serve to play against you, there is surprisingly a lot of detail that went into this, so we're going to be looking into this and seeing what was changed, essentially. When creating the computer players for Wii Sports, Nintendo made 60 Miis to play in the Versus ones, the 60 consisting of 30 males and 30 females. But found in this document are some early designs of not only the Miis, but the Mii channel assets too. First, I want to touch on the early color choices for the CPUs. Out of all 60 of the Miis, only 11 were shown with different colors than what they had in the finalized game. I'll just put those on screen for you right now. Along with early color choices, we can see some early looks for the Mii Maker assets, starting with the famous early beard design for the Miis. Most of the bearded CPUs were shown with this early unused beard design. This was probably the early version of the first beard until it was cut down to what we have now. Akira's file icon not only shows him with the early beard, but a cut hairstyle that we've never seen before. This looks like a mixture of his hair and his filized one. Haru's hair was shown to have a much larger fringe. I'm guessing this was cut down to look a bit more natural. Speaking of hair, Yoko's early hair shows that she had a much more reduced fringe compared to her final hair. I guess that Haru and Yoko swapped fringes during the development of the Wii. Matt originally wore the color red and had the beta beard. The reason I am showcasing Matt again is because in the background of the boxing training place in Wii Sports, Matt's early design can be seen on some posters. Theo has a comment left on his document that reads, "At the time of Wii Sports development, the skin color was already changed to brown, but the material remained black at the beginning. What I'm assuming this means is that Theo's skin tone was black instead of brown. Alex's icon is the most interesting of the bunch since it was crudely drawn over with a brush tool. From what we can distinguish, Alex was given the long wavy hair. My guess is that the model for his dreads wasn't completed yet, so they gave him some temporary hair. You can also see that his beard is also drawn over with the brush tool as well. These are the Miis in the document who have comments that read, "Since they have the same prior trademark, please refrain from using them conspicuously on packages." I have no clue what this means, so I'm going to leave it to you to speculate. But the Miis who have this comment are Chika, Tomoko, Hiromi, Midori, Sandra, Alicia, Tommy, Fritz, Eddie, Patrick, Pablo, Siobhan, and Gabby. Asami has a comment on her profile that reads, "Changed from Ami to Asami, because Ami means friends in French. This means that Asami's original name could have been Ami." All of the Wii Sports Resort American Miis had their English name categories filled out. I don't know why this is, only specifically for them, since no other Miis have that category filled in. But I thought this was some neat information to share with you anyway. Eduardo doesn't really have anything interesting to say about him. No comments, no early designs. However, his icon was used in an early mock-up image for cycling, where it would have shown him to be the coach instead of Vincenzo. These next two facts aren't really, facts, just minor tidbits I noticed. Out of all the icons, Greg is the only Mii who doesn't use the light blue background. Instead, his icon is just pure white. He must be stuck in purgatory or something. In Takumi's icon, you can see what I think is the old version of the Wii remote pointer. This info is pretty much useless, but I wanted to point it out. This section is dedicated to the region of origin. If you already know this, just skip to the timestamp you see here.